right, everybody. Thanks for jumping back on with us for our Tri-State Trends podcast. I got Angie Brannon on with me of FFL Selfless, who's doing a great job of building rapport with clients and making a way for herself, her family, and taking care of people. So I wanted to get her on because she's absolutely trending. And how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm doing amazing, Angie, and I'm excited to have you on. You know, when I spoke to Thierry about you, he had nothing but great things to say. I got to know you a little bit before the podcast. Talk to us a little bit about your background, where you're coming from, and how you found Family First Life.
So my background, I have all kinds of things going on in the background, but I had first started doing Medicare for our local area agency on aging a few years back.
Okay.
And then I had gone and worked with my husband's family's porta potty business, doing some administrative work there.
Wow.
And I still had volunteered with our agency, helping the Medicare folks during open enrollment. And I had received a call late one night from a gentleman asking me, he was asking for an insurance agent. I'm like, well, no, I'm not an insurance agent. And he was like, would you like to become one? I'm like, and that's where it all transpired.
So wait a minute. Were you doing Medicare?
Yeah, yes, but not as an agent. It was through our local area agency on aging
Got it.
as a volunteer.
Okay.
I was an employee at one time, and then I transitioned to our family's porta potty business, doing administrative work there, but I still remained as a volunteer for our community.
And who was that gentleman?
What do you mean?
The one who
who
called
called
you,
me
who
up?
said, "Do you want to be an insurance agent?"
Oh, his name is Sam Nahala.
Okay, so he's from a completely different company.
He's with FFL.
Okay, got it. And
Yeah.
and he called you up just out of the blue?
Yeah, just out of the blue.
You didn't put your resume anywhere. You didn't have,
I
were you
did
friends with
not.
him online? Like,
No, so I had my insurance license when I lived in Florida, maybe 10, 15 years ago, and I never really pursued it.
got it.
And I think
Okay.
somehow he found me that
Makes
way.
sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. You were probably on a list somewhere.
Yeah.
So cool. So you, just like that, you said you'd want to become an insurance agent?
Well, after having that Medicare background, I had thought about it, something being a little more stable. And I said, well, I'll just give it a try. Why not? And here I am.
Amazing. That's an amazing story. I'm so glad you took him up on that and welcomed the offer, because now here you are, right?
Here I
So
am. Yeah.
let's talk about your process a little bit. You know, you're helping, 15 plus families a month. I want to talk about some of the things you're doing to get that result. And then, kind of how did it start for you? Was it easy? Was it simple? Was it rough? Buying leads? Like, how did that all go?
Um, so I just decided to buy leads and dial. But before I did that, I jumped on the Serve the People live dial, and I listened to others, and I, did trainings and listened to my upline and sidelines, and just kind of dove in it and did it.
Got it.
It's been an amazing journey so far.
That's amazing. So did you always have the I'm just going to go after it mindset?
Yeah. I was athletic at one
Ha
time in
ha
my
ha ha
life,
ha.
and
I love it.
kind of competitive, and I always want to be the best at whatever I'm doing.
Wow. I like what I hear. Athletic, competitive, want to be the best. It's showing. How long have you been with Family First Life?
So I first got licensed, I think, in January.
Got it.
And then I didn't start selling until like the end of March.
Okay, got it. So you've had a chance to kind of get acclimated. You now have your process down. You know what you want to do, right? You know how you want to
Yes.
approach it. What is your approach to buying leads, and what is your approach to schedule?
I try to buy leads every Sunday evening to have enough for the week. If I run out, I'll buy again on Thursday. But every day is a dial day to me. I find that a one call close is better than scheduling an appointment, because most of the time, if I'm getting them to schedule with me another time, they're not showing up.
One call close.
Call close.
That makes sense, and I love your conviction behind the fact that if I try to schedule another time, they're not showing up. You figured that out by trial and error, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You figured that out by people not showing up.
Yes.
So then, what made you say I got to go all in right now? Like, and was that just a thing? Was that just a natural instinct, or did you have to convince yourself of that?
No, there was no convincing. I mean, this is it for me. This is what I want to do. This is what I enjoy doing. I enjoy serving other people, and I am where I want to be.
I love it. So you're dialing 7 days a week?
6 days, sometimes seven, but Sunday I mainly give to the Lord and my family.
That's great. What are your typical blocks of time that you're dialing?
From 8 till 9 o'clock at night.
Wow.
My son has baseball right now, so while he's practicing, I'll bring my pad with me and some paper, and I'll dial while he's practicing. And I'll come back home, we'll eat something, and do it again till 9 o'clock. Sometimes I'll go later if I'm dialing the West Coast too.
I'm so impressed. I love it. They told me you were a rock star, you know. That
Well,
makes sense.
I'm trying.
Well, that's a very good work ethic. Like, you could be at the baseball field talking to other parents, right?
Well, I do sometimes too, because there's that IUL that I'm been introducing to some of them baseball moms to maybe get their kids on board with one of
I
those.
like that so much. So you are working pretty much as you possibly can.
Yeah, I feel like I think I eat, I breathe what I'm doing. I mean, before I go to bed at night, I'm watching training videos on YouTube and whatever I can do to put back into my business, make myself better.
No doubt. Are you building a team?
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying.
Do you want one?
I would love a team. Yeah. I would love an agency, have my own logo.
Yeah, I think you have what it takes, if I'm being real. You have what it takes
Thank
to
you.
build a big agency. You have what it takes to sell and help 50 families a month. You have what it takes. Let me ask you a question.
Thanks.
What do you think is the
Yeah.
biggest thing holding you back right now, Angie?
Maybe lead flow. Um, maybe lead flow. Just I think I need to get a couple different vendors going, and just continuously getting a funnel of leads coming through that I can work.
What is it like, are you afraid to spend the money, or you
No.
haven't done the vendor research? What do you, when you say, you said it so fast, lead flow, and then you back that by your work ethic. What's stopping you from having more leads?
So nothing is really stopping me from buying more leads. I think I get nervous purchasing leads and worrying whether they're going to answer the phone, or there's not going to be any sort of contact with them. Just I don't know how to really explain that. I'm sorry.
Looks like you explained it.
Okay.
Yeah, to me, The difference between you today and literally you tomorrow, like the
Mm-hmm.
next like 24 hours from now,
Mm-hmm.
is just a trigger, just pulling the trigger on the money.
Yeah.
Like, based on your work ethic, based on your sales skills, it's virtually impossible that you could invest more money and not make more.
I agree with you. I think that is spot on. I think if I spent more, I'd definitely be doing better.
Yet, you haven't spent more yet.
Not yet. I will.
So today is a brand new day.
It is.
And I want to know, before I let you go, what would stop you, Ange, today from investing more in leads so that this week is your biggest week yet? And it'll give you the conviction that more is more when it comes to leads and selling.
Nothing's stopping me. Take my credit card.
I love it. That's it. Done. So now you're going to go from 15 families a month with your work ethic to 40 plus families a month. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense.
A
I'm
lot,
ready.
a lot more for you and your family.
Yeah.
Not a bad program.
No, it's not. And I see the potential there. There shouldn't be anything holding me back. I mean, I feel like I'm all in with my work ethic.
You are.
Thanks.
And you're competitive.
A
And
little.
you like to be the best at what you do.
Yes, I do.
There you go. So,
I'd like to have one of those belts like Steve Giordano has one day, or maybe some boxing gloves.
let's go. Oh, let's go. I think you can. I think you might be a secret weapon here. We need to get you going the way you are capable of, because you have a lot going on in there that is really good stuff that we need to take and kind of release to the world.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm hoping that it helped. I'm hoping that it helped our listeners, but most of all, I hope it helped you, because you're going to explode out of here. And it's your time, Angie.
Thank you, Mark. As soon as we get off here, I'm going to go buy some more leads.
I love it. Wow, you're a great student. Tri-State Trending. You can see why the girl's blowing up. It's about to happen even more. Thank you, Angie, for getting on with us and sharing your story and what's going on in your life and how you're going to take this thing to the next level. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Mark. To be continued, right?
Yes, ma'am. God bless. Let's go.
Let's go.